The Worcester Public Schools established a more strict cell phone policy over the summer. It went into effect this week as students return to class. Educators say the new rules will keep students focused on their schoolwork, but there are some mixed reactions among students tonight. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live now with a look at the new policy. Brittany?
Olivia, many parents agreed with educators, but students believe it should be their responsibility to decide whether to text or focus on schoolwork.
It really became almost a full-time job in the high schools, telling kids to put their phones away.
A new cell phone policy went into effect this week when students returned to Worcester Public School. Students can have cell phones on them, but they must be turned off and out of sight.
There's so many distractions that occur with phones, and there's so much work that we have to do in schools.
I think that cell phones have great potential to be a distraction to kids in their learning.
Last year, cell phones were only allowed to be kept in students' lockers. Superintendent Maureen Beninda says the new policy is more strict.
It's definitely more strict. So far, it's been very good. Very few cell phones have been taken from kids.
We saw non-academic use of cell phones in the hallways, cafeteria, but we're not seeing that this year.
Phones can only be turned on for academic purposes with the teacher's permission. Beninda says the change is aimed at helping students focus on learning.
They were more interested on answering that last text message than getting to class on time.
There are consequences for violating the new rules. Parents and students have mixed opinions if it'll be effective.
School is for learning. It is not for playing. They don't need cell phones. Cell phones are only in case of emergencies.
I think that the cell phone policy is really pointless because if a student wants to be here and wants to learn, it shouldn't matter. And the students that don't, it's their choice.
To me, I think it's trash. Like, I do it myself. I sneak and text. So like, yeah, some of us, most of us.
Now, students caught disobeying the new policy will have their phones taken away, and a parent must pick it up after school. If caught multiple times, Beninda says it could lead to suspension. Olivia?